Hi, my name is Jennifer Hancock. I am the founder of Humanist Learning Systems, and I teach people, amongst other things, critical thinking skills and applied critical thinking, science-based approaches to problem solving. And today I want to think critically about abortion. And this is kind of applied rationality in action, right? Abortion is one of the most contentious problems, social issues we have. We have no political agreement on how or if to reduce the abortion rate in the country. Now, even if we agreed that the abortion rate should be reduced, we don't have an agreement on how to do that. All right. So what I want to do with this vlog right here is to talk about rational-based approaches in action, like what this actually looks like when you apply humanism to a problem. And we're going to think critically about it. And the goal is to foster inquiry into the problem, not to debate the problem. The goal is to solve the problem. And we might have different ideas on how best to do that. The point is, if we actually discuss them and use science-based information and listen to each other, we might actually get to a solution that I think everybody could agree to. And wouldn't that be nice? All right. I realize this is contentious. I normally talk about business stuff and philosophy and life skills, but this is a life skill. Learning how to think through problem solving critically, rationally, and compassionately is a life skill. And plus, I'm like outraged at the solutions that our politicians are presenting on this, because they won't work. Not only will the solutions not work, they're going to harm and kill people. So I'm legitimately outraged, and I apologize if I get up on this, but let's talk about the rules on how we actually solve problems. Now, if we're going to present a solution to a problem, that solution must actually work to fix the problem. If it doesn't actually work to fix the problem, it's not a solution. It's just an idea. And if it's implemented, it's going to cost us time and money, and it's probably going to hurt people, and it's not going to fix our problem, which means it's a waste of our collective resources. The next thing it's got to do is we can't do harm while trying to do good. Right? It's not enough to want to do good. If you cause harm while trying to do good, you are causing harm. Right? It might fix the problem, but it's causing other problems. And a good solution will not only fix the problem, it won't cause other problems as well. So the solution we're looking for fixes the problem, doesn't cause other problems. Finally, we have to take reality into account. Right? You cannot know what will actually fix a problem if you don't do critical thinking. All right? Because if you just think this is going to work and you just go with your gut instinct, you could be wrong and you could cause a lot of problems. So we're going to use reality. We're not going to do hearsay. We're not going to use made-up statistics. We're going to go with science and reality. All right? And this is how you should approach every problem you try to solve. All right? So let's get going. I'm going to go back a slide. With abortion, let's agree we want to reduce or eliminate abortions. All right? That's a goal someone like me, and I'm pro-choice, can agree on. Let's reduce and eliminate abortion. That's our goal. Criminalizing it doesn't fix that problem. Saying it's illegal doesn't fix the problem. And the reason it doesn't fix the problem is because the problem isn't abortion. The problem is unwanted pregnancy, or pregnancies that are dangerous for the woman, like health-wise. A woman who cannot carry a baby without killing herself. All right. So it turns out, when you look at the statistics, the real statistics, about 75% of abortions are low-income women, women without the financial means to afford birth control. If we want to reduce 75% of the abortions, we need to help women who don't want to get pregnant not get pregnant, and that means access to birth control. so that they can plan when they get pregnant and not get pregnant when they don't want to. That would reduce 75% of it right there. And we know that from looking at the statistics. We can also know this because experiments in having abortion be illegal don't prevent abortions. The abortions still occur. It doesn't change the abortion rate at all. Making it illegal just means abortions are harder to come by and they become more dangerous and more women die. So instead of having legal, safe abortions, women get illegal, unsafe abortions and more people die. So not only does criminalizing abortion not work to fix the problem, it causes a tremendous amount of harm in the process. All right? We want a solution that's actually going to reduce the abortion rate and not cause additional harm. Since abortions are caused by unwanted pregnancies, it makes sense to focus on how to prevent unwanted pregnancy, which gets us into solutions. Giving women access to reproductive health care, giving them education on how people get pregnant, what causes pregnancy, how to avoid pregnancy if you don't want to get pregnant. There's a reason why the UN Millennial Goals about helping communities and societies around the world gain wealth focus on giving women control of their reproductive lives. Because when women can choose when and if to have children, they don't overpopulate, they don't stress the family's resources, and this alone helps take people out of poverty. All right, so giving women access to reproductive health care actually reduces the abortion rate. Funding for low-income people to access health care and specifically reproductive health care. Again, if 75% of abortions are occurring to low-income women, then it makes sense to give these women access to the health care that they need and the preventative services they need so that they don't find themselves in positions where they're having unwanted pregnancy. And the third part is education, because there are people who were never taught how a baby is made. All right, as shocking as that is to anybody who's watching this video, it happens. There's people who are not educated on this. Not only is this approach science-based, validated to work, it is also compassion-based. We're not punishing people for getting pregnant when they don't want to. We're supporting them so that they don't end up with abortion. I don't know any woman who really would want an abortion. It's a scary procedure. And yeah, they're routine, and in a medical setting, they're fairly safe, but they're not without risk. And then there's the emotional toll. Let's not pretend there's no emotional toll on that. But there's reasons why women choose to get abortions, and if they choose that, they need them to be safe. But wouldn't it be better to help them avoid those situations in the first place? And telling them not to do it and then not giving them the tools to do it is ridiculous. It's like asking someone to sweep a floor and not giving them a broom. I need you to sweep this floor. Well, where's the broom? I can't sweep the floor without the broom. Asking women to not get pregnant without giving them the resources to not get pregnant is ridiculous. And then punishing them for not having the resources so that they don't have unwanted pregnancies. I mean, this is just, our current policy is so backwards. It's maddening. It's maddening, right? Now, another portion of the abortions are medically necessitated abortions, and those need to be safe as well, because we don't, want women dying unnecessarily, right? I would hope we could all agree that women dying is a bad thing. All right, so if we're going to think critically about abortion, we're talking about giving women access to reproductive health care, including low-income women who can't afford these things on their own, because guess what? Even condoms cost money. Science-based, compassionate, reasonable, encourages personal responsibility. It's all there, and it's not a solution that not only doesn't work, which criminalizing abortion doesn't work, it also doesn't cause extra harm. It solves the problem in a compassionate way and doesn't cause extra harm. That's what we're looking for. That's what this does. Okay? Lecture over.